YouTube's poster boy has been cancelled. The man who has two hot assistants, and if he's not sleeping with one, he's most definitely gay. But yes, the man who everyone thought was a wholesome sweetheart turns out to be the devil himself. Maybe not that far, but for the sake of the video, exaggeration purposes. So the reason David DooDoo Head is getting cancelled is because Seth, one of the people in his vlogs at the time, thought he would be making out with Karina that had some kind of weird mask on or something. But it turned out to be Jason Nash, the old man of the group. And I watched the video about, like, from the podcast clip of them explaining how the whole thing went down. And Jason Nash sounded like he thoroughly enjoyed that. Like, he wanted and planned this out from the start that he wanted to make out with this Seth dude. And Jason gets down into the gory details. He was like, yeah, his mouth was like probably 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, it was so nice to be inside there for 30 seconds. Yeah, we made out for 30 seconds, dude. And it was the best makeout session of my life. I enjoyed every second. And he didn't want to stop because he thought it was Karina. He thought I was Karina. And I forgot to mention that Jason also mentioned that he was squeezing Seth's butt, and Seth was squeezing his butt. And apparently Seth didn't realize that this was not the attractive blonde woman's butt that he was looking for. This was some old man's wrinkly raisin that he was squeezing up on, but the dude seemed to enjoy it. He kept going. He didn't realize until the mask was pulled off, the Scooby-Doo villain was revealed, and it was too late at that point. He just had to fully commit to it. He's gay now. But yeah, they pull the old switcheroo on him. It turns out to be Jason. The dude's rightfully upset. I would be pretty upset too if I thought I was making out with like a hot 20-something-year-old girl, and then it turned out to be some 60-year-old pedophile uncle. That would probably catch me pretty off guard. Even though I'm used to making out with my uncle and everything, I would still be pretty upset at that point. So now that we're done with little boy kissing uncle situation, there's another situation that came out of this. Gather around the fire, children. This is the second story coming up here. Kay Lauren posted on TikTok how she felt violated by the Vlog Squad that in a video from like years ago. And then we had another person come out, Rimahurl. She posted on TikTok with a clown face filter and put on the screen, LOL, that one time I went to a David Dobrik party and ended up like this. And then apparently she shared a photo of herself passed out drunk on the couch with Dirty Dom, the guy who definitely looks like a child predator, standing over top of her. So I guess this is that video. Okay, I mean, I didn't see any sexual predator stalking the prey stuff going on, but hey, maybe it happened. I'm not denying it, but from David's track record so far, seems like he's been pulling these people into a lot of these situations. And also, Insider made a story about the Vlog Squad with girls that came out and like confessed their stories, saying how they would invite girls over to their parties, they were often underage, and then they would give them alcohol until they were like severely drunk most of the time. And here on Social Blade, it says he's down about 200k subscribers, as well as his video views went down 66 million on one day, 11 million on Sunday, and then 17 million on Monday, which means he's deleting the videos trying to hide the evidence and cover up what he's mistakenly done. Looks like David's been a naughty dog, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong and then trying to cover up his tracks as he runs away with his tail tucked between his legs. His apology video he put out was very half-heartedly also. It didn't really seem like he was saying much except, you know, the average sorry. He didn't do the nose exhale or he didn't cry, so I mean, points for that I guess, but all he really said was sorry. And he didn't address the girls coming out to all that kind of stuff. He just only addressed the Seth situation. So now we're getting into the fun stuff. We get a list off the sponsors that dropped the man. From Insider here, this picture says the brands that dropped him were HelloFresh, EA Sports, Dollar Shave Club, DoorDash, General Mills. I don't know how the man gets sponsored by a cereal company, but HBO Max and Audible. So those are some pretty massive sponsors. I still think he has a few probably. I mean, it's not like he's hurting. It's not like his pockets are going to be hurting anytime soon. The man's living large. He just upgraded to another larger mansion from his previous mansion. Obviously, this cancellation isn't going to make him be like moving back down to the poverty line. He's not going to be back looking for food stamps, scavenging the grounds for food. He just may not be locked as much on the internet or in person anymore. And one that really tooted my horn here, David has also been dropped as an owner by the Angel City Football Club, a Los Angeles-based women's soccer team set to make its pitch debut in 2022. Him getting dropped by the soccer team, the girls' soccer team, is probably the best situation that ever happened in his life. He should thank Jesus Almighty that he got dropped from that girls' soccer team as the co-owner, because him having to sit there and watch those games would have been the worst amount of torture a man could ever ask for in his life. So don't hold your head low, David, for getting dropped from that women's soccer team. You got off easy this time. And also, he stepped down from his company Dispo, which was dropped by some big investors and whatnot. And it says last month the company was in talks to be valued at about $100 million. That one has to hurt the pockets a bit. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. DooDoo is no more. He's been canceled. The grimy hands of cancel culture have grabbed him by the throat and threw him into his sexual assault grave, where he'll lie for eternity upon eternity. There's no digging out of this grave, David. You're done. You're over. You live in your mansion and you think about what you've done while you're driving your $200,000 Aston Martin down the road, too. And your 3 hot assistants. You really think about what you've done. That's a joke. Obviously, what he's done is messed up, and that's all for me. I'll see you next time. Peace out.